Hey guys, I'm going to be going over your week 4 paper packet. I'm going to start with your reading ELA packet. So if you can find that in your larger packet. I know yesterday nobody got them on time. I don't know what happened, but I hope we have it now. If not, this video is here. Obviously, I'm not going to take anything as a late grade if you guys didn't have a chance to do it on time. Okay, so just to review yesterday's objectives here, we asked and answered questions to demonstrate understanding of the text, which is just simply like, can you answer a question that I ask you after you read a piece of passage? Or I think we're doing literature, so a fictional text. If I asked you a question about the Three Little Pigs, could you answer it after reading the text? So we reviewed our skill, which was just answering questions to demonstrate understanding, and then providing that detail is really important because I think a lot of us kind of come short on this part because we want to be quick and get everything finished. Just give me those simple, how did you find out what you know? Details. And they come straight from the text. This is a part A, part B question that goes to this story here. I don't know why they put it here, but you know, it is what it is. So before we read this here, we should really read these questions that come before and after it. So this is a story called A Special Pet. Here, part A, what inference can you make about Anthony in the beginning? So remember, well, when we were in school, we would deconstruct our questions. We're looking for an inference. An inference is something that's going to be not directly in the text, but you need to use the text to answer it. So if you read that somebody was eating just piles and piles and piles of food, they were eating cookies and pizza and tacos and everything, you could make an inference that they were very hungry, even though it never said that they were hungry in the text. Something like that. So we're making an inference about Anthony in the beginning of the story. So not at the end, at the beginning. Part B says underline a sentence that supports your answer in part A. So you just underline. So that's what we're doing. We're going to underline a sentence that supports part A. And if you can make those annotations as well on here, that's great. I'm going to go ahead and erase them, so if you need an extra time, just pause the video right here. And we're going to go ahead and move down. So before we read this, let's go ahead and read the last questions. Again, I don't know why they're not together. Part A says, why did Anthony expect the usual response from Dr. Einstein? So we're looking for about Anthony. We're looking for why Anthony expected the usual response. So this is our main, we're thinking about Anthony. Remember, a response is of talking back to somebody, not in a rude way, just like responding to somebody. A usual, so what they say normally, what Dr. Einstein says normally. This is underline a sentence from the text to support your answer. So to this question here. And then our last one here says, based on the story, why was Dr. Einstein a good name for Anthony's new parrot? So we're looking at, why was Dr. Einstein a good name for Anthony's new parrot? So now we're thinking about, why would we name this parrot Dr. Einstein? And if you guys don't know who Einstein is a scientist from the 1940s area. He was like a genius, and he came up with a lot of new science laws, science theories and stuff that we still follow today. So he was a genius scientist. So again, if you need to pause and make these annotations, go ahead. I'm about to erase. Okay, now let's go up here. So what we did yesterday with a lot of our students was we just went through and we read the text, we answered a few questions, and then we left one for you guys to do. So I'm going to just go ahead and code my text, and when we get down to here, I'll just go ahead and move it down. So a special pet. So what I want you guys to do is actually pause the video right now and read through this, and then unpause it when you're ready to go over it together. So I hope you guys read it now. So now we're on paragraph 1. I'm going to read paragraph 1 through 4. Mom and Dad, come see what Uncle Philip has brought for me, cried Anthony. His parents greeted Uncle Philip. It is a pleasure to meet you, said the parrot, perched on Uncle Philip's shoulder. It looks as though you got your wish, Anthony. You finally have a pet of your very own, said his mother. From that moment on, the bird began repeating words and sentences that it had heard in the house. Did you enjoy the movie last night, dear? Asked the parrot. Anthony thought he sounded just like his father. So right now, one of our questions was about an inference we can make about Anthony in the beginning. So if we read here, we saw a few things in here. He is excited. There's an exclamation point. Mom and Dad, come and see what Uncle Philip has brought for me. And then what did he bring to him? A parrot. It looks as though you got your wish. He got his wish. That's a strong word. You finally have a pet of your very own. Finally have a pet of your very own. So, you finally have a pet of your very own. He's very excited that this parrot came. What can you assume about Anthony now? I want you guys to pause and think. Okay. I hope you took your thinking time. Anthony... Oops, let me make this a little bit bigger. Here we go. So, Anthony really wanted a pet. So we actually just answered the question above this one. Anthony really wanted a pet. Or he was very excited to get his new pet. Anything like that would be fine. I'm going to get that here. Okay. Now let's keep on going. So the parrot's now repeating everything it's hearing in the house. That's another thing that we saw. It's repeating words and sentences it hears in the house. So it says, did you enjoy the movie last night, dear? Asked the parrot. And Anthony thought he sounded like his father. Well, probably because his father said that to his mom. Let's read paragraph 5 and 6, and then we'll go down to here and fix all this. Oh, don't forget to make your notes. If you need to pause and make these notes, please go for it. Also, with number 1, we answered it here. We also underlined our details already. So if you followed along, you should have had that one already finished. Number 5, paragraph 5. He is very intelligent, said Anthony enthusiastically. I've decided that I'm going to name him Dr. Einstein. During the next few days, there was a constant stream of chatter coming from Dr. Einstein. Then, one morning, the most amazing thing happened. Anthony said, "Good morning, how are you today, Dr. Einstein?" I wonder what that amazing thing that happened is. We had a question on why he named him Dr. Einstein. Well, right here it says that he's decided to name him Dr. Einstein. I'm going to let you answer that one on your own to see if you can do that. Alright, go ahead and make these annotations because I'm about to erase it and scroll down. Okay. Okay. And now we're on paragraph 7. Right here. 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Okay. Paragraph 7. So we're looking for the most amazing thing that happened. He expected to hear the usual response, which is, "Good morning, how are you today, Dr. Einstein?" Instead, the parrot said, "Good morning, how are you today, Anthony?" Dr. Einstein called him by his name, Anthony. Before Anthony could say a single word, Dr. Einstein said, "To tell you the truth, I don't feel well today, because I think I ate too much last night." Anthony was stunned, and he pinched himself to make sure he wasn't dreaming. "How did you learn to speak like that?" he asked. "The very same way you did," said Dr. Einstein, "by listening to others and figuring out the meanings of words." Anthony smiled because he knew he had a special pet. So let's think, what was that amazing thing that happened? And I know you guys can't respond to me, but think to yourself, or if you have someone next to you that's watching this, talk to them. What is the most amazing thing that happened there? Well, right here it says he was expecting to hear a usual response, which was, "Good morning, how are you today, Dr. Einstein?" But let's look at the difference. We got, "How are you today, Dr. Einstein?" And then we also have this one where he says, "Good morning, how are you today, Anthony?" So he's now calling him by his name. Oh, I'm sorry, here. Anthony. Which is weird because the parrot usually just repeats back what it hears, but this parrot learned his name. And then the parrot also said, "To tell you the truth, I don't feel very well today because I think I ate too much last night." So now the parrot can tell you how it feels. I've never seen a parrot that can tell you how it feels. He was stunned and he pinched himself to make sure he wasn't dreaming. And then he asked him how he learned how to do it. And he said, by listening to others and figuring out the meanings of words, just like humans do. And that's how he knew he had a special pet. So that light blue I just underlined was the dialogue that was important to understand why Dr. Einstein is a special pet. So think about your dog, or I know dogs can't talk at all, but imagine if your dog just talked to you one day and then it could tell you how it was feeling and what it was doing and what it was thinking. That'd be amazing and cool and awesome. That'd be a very special pet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and erase this, so make any annotations that you need to. I know we didn't write anything on the side. We didn't really need to. Okay. And then down here is our Part A, Part B questions. I'm going to leave you guys these ones for you to do on your own. So why did Anthony expect the usual response from Dr. Einstein? Think about what you would expect if you said hello to your dog. You would expect a usual response. So remember, Dr. Einstein is the parrot. And then if you underline the text here, you probably should already have the evidence. And then number 3 was based on the story, why was Dr. Einstein a good name? Think about why that was a good name. He named him here in paragraph, I can't remember, but here he named him. So go back and look. Then when you're finished with that, just send me a picture of just this here and you'll be good for the day. I'm going to go ahead and make a separate video for Tuesday's lesson. So you should see me back here in a few minutes. Alright guys, bye!